Welcome everyone. This is the April update of the Wareham Elementary School project. This month we're going to do kind of a shorter video, so stay tuned for updates. All right, we're just inside the front doors now, and we're going to walk through what is the reception area and then on to the administration area. So we'll go on through here. So this is where the receptionist will sit. So if you need to come in and drop off a lunch or some forgotten homework, this is where you would be able to do that. The receptionist can also then allow you entrance into the school if you have a meeting or a conference or something like that. But as we move on through, this is the secretary's office, so there'll be a couple of desks in here for the secretaries. And then as we continue on, we have a couple of offices here that may be used for the principals. A couple of more offices here. These will be for assistant principals. And then we have just some small offices. These will be for records and duplicating, copy machines, things like that. And then administration has their own conference room in here, in this area. And right around the corner is their mail room, so you can actually see some of the cabinetry going in here already. All right, now we're passing by the nurses' suite. So if we go right in here, we'll have an exam room on the right. And the nurses will have some desk space in here, and then they also have a couple of restrooms. All right, come on right through here. And this will look a little different to you. They've done some cleaning in here, and they've also done some painting. This is our gym area. If you look around, they've got a coat of paint on the walls up already, and even the ceiling has been painted. So this was a very bright green color that was picked early on in the design process, and it's really going to make this a fun space. So in the back of the gym here, you can see some openings. So there's actually 2 offices for the gym teachers, as well as a couple spaces for storage as well. All right, here we are in the lobby of the new school. So we've got the main staircase here that will take you up to the Innovation Hub. Also right above us, you can see the new skylight that's been installed. Really brightens up the lobby here. And soon, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be putting down the terrazzo floors in this area as well. All right, now we're in the cafeteria and what will also be sort of the auditorium. So we call this space a cafetorium. Down this end, you can kind of see the opening of the stage in front of us. And unfortunately, they're still using this area for storage, so it's a little tough to see, but this is the kitchen space of the cafeteria. So this is where students will come in and walk through their lines to pick up their lunches and then be able to head out to the caf to eat. So down here we have our walk-in freezers, and there's also a office down here for kitchen staff. And I believe this is going to be the area for dishwashing. And you can see the overhead hood for where they're going to do the cooking. So now that we just showed you the student cafeteria, we're going to show you the staff lunchroom. So walking in through here, nice staff lunch space. So there's some cabinetry in here, and there'll be a place to eat. There's also windows that look right through into the main cafeteria. Kind of keep an eye on what's going on. All right, so this is the ensemble room. This is kind of part of the music wing. So right down the hall from us, there's 2 music rooms, and they also have access to the back of the stage and auditorium area. So yeah, this is one of 2 music rooms that I just talked about. And what's nice about these rooms is that 1, they're very spacious, and 2, if you go right across the hall, that is the back of the stage, which makes it really convenient. All right, now we're in the D wing. So this is the first floor, so this will be grade 3. And what we're walking into right now is what we call a breakout space. So this is actually just kind of a little bit of space that's in the hallway that the teachers can use for just about anything they want. If they want to conduct a little lesson out here or do some readings, So currently we're using it to store some of these benches, but you can see the benches are actually installed along the sides of the corridor here. And they'll be flanked on either side by lockers, which will go in these areas. And then here on the right, we have another assistant principal's office, as well as some classrooms, obviously. These are the student bathrooms right here. You can see the tile on the walls. Across the hall, we have a staff bathroom. And the last office here on the right is a guidance office. All right, so here we are. This is a pretty typical third grade classroom. So as you can see, we've got some marker boards and tack boards on the walls. We also have some cabinetry installed, sink and water fountain installed, lighting, ceiling tiles. All right, so now we're on the second floor of the D wing, and this is fourth grade. So this hallway is exactly like the hallway below us that you just saw. Just obviously upstairs, and this is the fourth grade instead of third grade. So all the classroom configurations on this level are exactly the same as downstairs. The only difference here is that we have a small working group room on this level that can be divided with a curtain in the middle. And directly below us, it's the same room, just without the divider, and it's a special ed classroom. But one of the nice things is that on both this room and the room below us, they both have restrooms attached. Right here, this is one of two elevators that we have in the project. So they're almost complete here. They've actually been working on the other one that's in B wing, but this elevator will take you from the first to the second floor on this side of the building. And on the other side of the building, it'll take you from the lower level, which is the pre-K and kindergarten level, up to the first grade level, and then on up to the second grade level. All right, so now we're sort of entering the innovation hub, which is up on the second floor, right, coming off of the third grade wing. And also at the end of it, you have access to the second grade hall. But right here in front of us, this is one of 3 art rooms. So the first 2 art rooms we're gonna see are almost identical, just mirrored. One of them actually has a kiln room in it for clay projects. That'll be down there in the corner. And then the other art room next to us, instead of having a kiln area, just has some storage area for art projects. So some people might be wondering about these large openings here. These actually will be doors, but they'll be special. They'll be transparent overhead garage doors that will be installed right here. So there'll be a lot of light that will get into the art rooms. And right next to those doors, there's also a whole bunch of windows. So like I said, they'll be able to take advantage of all this nice light that comes into the Innovation Hub. If we move down a little bit further, this little area right here will be a spot where kids can read. And there'll actually be a really nice light fixture hanging from the ceiling here, coming up pretty soon. You'll probably see that in the next update. And right across from us is the top of the staircase that comes up from the main lobby as you enter the building. So this area will all be glass as well, so you'll have really nice views. And eventually eventually we'll be getting some furniture in, and there'll be things like bookcases and some seats to sit in and read up in this area. And then this will actually be the third art room that we just talked about. So if we go inside, so on our drawings, we actually have this labeled as art design, which kind of is what makes it different than the other two art rooms. And this art room is right next door to the STEAM room. So I believe the idea is to have some collaboration between the two classes here. But we also have in this room a window that looks down into the cafeteria. And that kind of wraps up the 3 art rooms that we have. All right, so now we're in a room that's right across from art design. This is the video production room. All right, so now we're in the STEAM room. So STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math. So this will be a really fun room that'll be full of a lot of different projects. And one of the cool features of this room is that it has direct access to outside with a roof deck. So we'll go out there now. All right, so as you can see, we have a really nice large space out here for doing sort of outdoor projects. And some nice views, which will be down to the pre-K and kindergarten playground area in the future. Pretty great. All right, so we're kind of at the end of the Innovation Hub here, and just want to take a quick minute to look out the window here, because this gives us a really good view of what will be a future playground area for the upper grades. You can also see the ramp walkway that leads down to it, sort of in the middle of construction. And right down here, you can see all this terracing, and in the final condition, this will all be planted with some nice landscaping. So another thing to mention is that you can see out where our construction trailers are. That will be actually a hard play surface, and there'll be a second hard play surface down lower a little bit further past our trailers as well. So there's lots of play areas and lots of playground equipment for the kids to use. Not to mention there's actually still the soccer fields that are behind the school as well. So part of this project will be to get those cleaned up and put them back into service. And that'll be another great place for the kids to play. Now we're on the second floor of the B wing. So we're looking at what would be grade 2, but we actually can't walk down there right now because they're in the middle of doing the floors. So these are terrazzo floors, which is basically an epoxy type floor that has some aggregate in it, like stone and glass. And what they do is they pour it into what these little molds are here. And then once it's hardened, they go back and they grind it all smooth, which is what gives you the really nice, beautiful looking floors. So as you can see right now, we're sort of right in the middle of that process, which is why we can't walk down here. But in the next update, you'll see this will all be finished and looking good. All right, so we've just gone downstairs 1 level. So now we're on the first floor of the B wing, which would be first grade. And if we walk down here, the terrazzo down here has all been poured and is solid, but they've got it all covered up to keep it safe during construction. But if we look down here in the corners, you can see the color combination in this wing is sort of a yellow and blue scheme, and you can see the yellow and the blue materials right in the floor. So this is pretty cool. And then the covered up part you see here, this will have all kind of staggered light, medium, and dark blue colors to it. So hopefully we'll be able to get some good shots of that coming up soon once they take this protection up. But, take a look into a classroom here. So again, we've got marker boards and tack boards installed, as well as some cabinetry and some countertops. The lighting is all installed in this room. All right, so this is the pre-K and kindergarten entry location. So if you are a parent dropping off your students, this is where you would bring them in. To my right here, this is the reception area. So again, if you were dropping off some homework or a lunch, you would talk to reception here. Administration will be right past the reception desk. This is the conference room for the administration suite. And then another office right next to us here. So now we go outside of administration. We're back out in the main hallway now, and to my left at the end here is the pre-K area. So there's actually 5 classrooms for pre-K. One of them actually is right here. So as we walk in, we can see some cubbies on our left and right. These will be for students' belongings. And then as we go into the classroom, one thing that makes this level different from all the rest is that all of these classrooms, both pre-K and kindergarten, have toilet rooms inside them, as you can see. Another nice feature about these classrooms is that they have a small breakout space within. So if a teacher wants to break off a small group of students and do a special activity in here with them, they can. And then for the rest of the classrooms, again, you can see some marker boards and tack boards up, as well as some other storage cabinets and what will soon be the shelving that will go underneath the windows. Now we're in a kindergarten classroom. So again, they have the same kind of cubbies right as you walk in. So lots of storage here. And just like the pre-K rooms, they have a toilet room included inside the classroom. And right outside that toilet room is an additional sink. So if students need to wash their hands, they can do that there. So we do have a breakout space, again, in these classrooms as well, just like pre-K. And just like the other rooms, you can see marker boards and tack boards up on the walls. Got clocks in the rooms. And then these will be the shelves that will go under the windows. So you can actually see we're connected on this level almost all the way down.